Imagine a signal, a simple, unassuming pulse from the abyss of space, repeating, rhythmic, mathematical. It arrives not with a whisper, but with a certainty that we are not alone. Scientists at the Deep Space Array analyze it, their faces pale as they confirm the impossible. The signal is intelligent. The world stands still. Humanity has long speculated about first contact, but now it is happening. Governments move swiftly, protocols are enacted, secrecy blankets the discovery. But the signal is not a message, it is an invitation, a set of coordinates in a distant sector of the Milky Way, an impossible place where no human probe has ever ventured. The debate is fierce. Is this a trap, a beacon of hope, or something beyond our understanding? The United Earth Council, a coalition of the planet's greatest minds and leaders, makes a decision that will change history. We must respond. A ship is built, the Omen, humanity's first true interstellar vessel, armed with cutting-edge technology, carrying the best of what Earth has to offer, scientists, diplomats, and weapons. Not everyone trusts the unknown. Some fear that this invitation is a lie, a bait for something far darker than we can comprehend. But the mission must proceed. And so, after years of preparation, the Omen vanishes into the void, leaving behind a planet breathless with anticipation. Then, silence. Days turn into weeks, then months. The Omen sends no transmissions. The world grows anxious. Some believe the crew has perished. Others insist they found paradise and chose not to return. But the truth is far more terrifying. 1 year after departure, something returns, not the Omen, but a distress signal. It is fragmented, distorted, a garbled nightmare of screams, static, and a single repeated phrase. We were never meant to. Find them. Panic grips the Earth. What happened out there? Did the crew meet something beyond human comprehension, or something malevolent? The signal is analyzed, decrypted, but the horror only deepens. Because buried within the transmission is another voice, something inhuman, something speaking in our language. A single sentence, cold, calculated, merciless. You were warned, but warned about what? The world descends into chaos. Fear spreads like wildfire. Governments demand answers, scientists scramble to decode the full distress signal, and military strategists prepare for the worst. The Omen, humanity's most advanced vessel, has vanished without a trace. But something out there knows we came looking, and it does not seem pleased. The United Earth Council, gripped by paranoia, authorizes a response mission. This time, there will be no diplomats, no peaceful envoys, only warships. Humanity will not be caught unprepared again. A fleet is assembled, Project Revenant. It consists of 3 state-of-the-art battle cruisers, bristling with rail cannons, particle lances, and nuclear warheads. If the Omen's fate was sealed by hostile hands, humanity will strike back. As the fleet prepares to leave, the distress signal mutates. Scientists detect an anomaly, a second transmission hidden beneath the first, deliberately encoded to evade detection. When decrypted, it is not a warning, it is a plea. They are not what we thought. Do not come here. Do not fight them. Run. The words are unmistakably from Dr. Elias Corrin, the lead scientist aboard the Omen. His voice trembles with terror, the kind of fear that cannot be faked. But what is he warning about? The Council hesitates for mere hours, then dismisses the message. It is too late to turn back. The fleet launches, slipping through the dark expanse of space, retracing the Omen's doomed journey. Weeks pass. The tension is suffocating. The closer the fleet gets to the signal's origin, the more strange anomalies begin to appear. Instruments flicker with false readings. Sensors detect phantom ships in the void, vessels that appear only to vanish when approached. Crew members report disturbing dreams, visions of a place that feels both alien and familiar, a planet they have never seen, yet somehow remember. Then, without warning, they arrive. The coordinates lead to a dead world, a planet of ruined cities, scorched landscapes, and skies choked with blackened clouds. Something catastrophic happened here. But who built this world, and what destroyed it? As the fleet enters orbit, something stirs. a ripple in space, a distortion in reality itself, and then they see it. Not an alien army, not an invasion force, but something infinitely worse. A monolithic structure towers over the ruins, its surface smooth yet unnatural, pulsating as if alive. It is not a building, it is a prison, and inside something waits. Then the signal stops. The fleet systems shut down, communications fail. The Revenant fleet is blind, helpless, and from the depths of the ruined planet, a voice emerges, a voice that is not spoken, but felt. You were never meant to find us. Silence. A crushing, suffocating silence grips the Revenant fleet as the alien voice echoes through their minds. There are no radio signals, no transmissions. It speaks directly into their consciousness. Admiral. Heston, commander of the fleet, grips the armrest of his chair. He has faced war, he has seen death, but this is different. His officers look at him, waiting for orders, waiting for an explanation. But what can he say? The fleet scanners flicker back to life. A massive energy signature pulses from the monolithic structure below. It is awakening. Status report, Heston demands, static. Then a scream. From the bridge of the Aegis, the lead warship, an ensign claws at his helmet as if something is inside his skull. His eyes blacken, his veins darken like ink spilling beneath his skin. And then he speaks. But it is not his voice. You should not have come. Before the crew can react, the ensign's body disintegrates into dust, a horrifying, silent death. Others on the ship begin to convulse, their bodies seizing violently before collapsing. The phenomenon spreads like wildfire. One by one, people begin to vanish. Panic sets in. The ship's defenses are useless. Weapons cannot fight what they cannot. Say then movement. The scanners detect something rising from the ruins below. A sea of black forms, shifting and twisting like shadows given shape. They are not ships, they are entities, and they are coming. The Revenant fleet fires everything they have. Railguns, particle cannons, nuclear warheads. But the weapons pass, through the entities like mist. The darkness simply absorbs them, growing denser, closer. Admiral Heston issues the only order that makes sense. Retreat, now. The fleet tries to break orbit, but space itself bends against them. Engines stall, reality distorts. The monolith pulses one final time, and the sky turns red. A new voice emerges. Ancient, infinite. You never understood. You thought you found us. But it was we who found you. The Revenant fleet came to strike back, to fight an enemy they did not understand. But the truth was far worse than they had imagined. They were never meant to leave, because this was not just a prison, it was a trap. Panic turns to desperation. The Revenant fleet, humanity's greatest warships, are now trapped in a place that should not exist. Engines roar as they attempt to break free, but space itself has become their enemy. Gravity twists in impossible ways. Stars shift. The very fabric of reality bends around them. The monolith pulses again, and then they see it. Beyond the ruined planet, where once there was only empty space, a structure emerges. It is colossal, stretching beyond human comprehension. It was never hidden. It was simply not meant to be perceived. A Dyson sphere, not built around a star, but around something else, something that should never have been imprisoned. The voice returns, deeper, closer, no longer just in their minds, but reverberating through their very souls. You call yourselves explorers. You call yourselves conquerors. You are neither, you are children, screaming into a void that has finally screamed back. Inside the Aegis, Admiral Heston grips the console as the ship violently shakes. The crew is vanishing, their bodies unraveling, into the air like whispers of smoke. Reality fractures. His officers scream as the walls begin to melt, revealing something beyond metal, beyond matter, something alive. Then, Dr. Elias Corrin appears, the missing scientist, the man whose voice had warned them too late. But his body is wrong. His flesh shifts, caught between existence and something else. His eyes are black voids, and when he speaks, it is not in his own voice, but in theirs. We were fools. We thought we had found a signal, a cry for help. But we did not find them, Admiral. They let us hear it. They wanted us to come. Heston refuses to believe it. Humanity cannot fall like this, not without a fight. With his last crew members still alive, he orders a final, desperate maneuver, a suicide run straight into the monolith. If this is a prison, if something is trapped inside, then it can still be destroyed. The fleet accelerates. Every remaining warhead is armed. Every cannon fires in defiance. Humanity will not go quietly. But then, time stops. Not just for the ships, for everything. The universe itself holds its breath. And the voice whispers, "One last time." There was never a war, only a lesson. And now you understand. The monolith pulses, the fleet vanishes, not destroyed, not consumed, erased, as if humanity had never been there at all. A silence so absolute that it is felt rather than heard. The vastness of space stretches on untouched, undisturbed, as if nothing had ever happened. But something did happen. Humanity reached beyond the veil. It touched something it was never meant to touch. And now it has been corrected. Earth, Sol system, the Revenant fleet never returned. Not a single transmission, no debris, no wreckage, no evidence that they ever existed. The greatest war fleet ever assembled was gone, vanished without a trace, and yet no one on Earth questioned it because they didn't remember. There were no records of the mission, no reports of an alien threat, no Admiral Heston, no Revenant initiative. It was as if the fleet had never been built, as if those thousands of lives had never been born. Only one person remembers. Dr. Elias Corrin stands in his lab, staring at a blackened fragment of metal, the only thing that should not exist. It is smooth, cold, humming with a faint energy, the last remnant of something that was supposed to be erased. Corrin does not know why he remembers when no one else does. Perhaps it is a mistake, a crack in the veil, or perhaps they want him to remember, a warning, a message. He picks up a small recorder, his hands shaking, and whispers, "We were wrong. We thought we were alone. We thought we were the first to reach out, but something was waiting for us, and now it knows we exist." The lights in the room flicker. The fragment pulses once, and far beyond the stars, where the ruins of the forgotten fleet once drifted, the monolith pulses back. Something watches. Something waits. First contact was never meant to happen. Now tell me, what do you think really happened? Was this an encounter with an ancient, godlike intelligence? A test we failed? Or were we simply never meant to leave our world at all? Drop your theories in the comments below. And if you want more mind-bending sci-fi mysteries, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to XenoChronicles. Until next time, keep watching the stars.